going on, guys? Chris Roberts here with Phandroid.com. So the UPS guy or on track dude just dropped off this bad boy right here. It's the Google Pixel 2 XL. So I guess what I'm going to do is just go ahead and unbox this phone and show you guys what's inside and maybe talk about some of the hardware. Inside of the shipping box there was this Project Fi little pamphlet here to help you get started with Project Fi because this was bought from the Google store, completely unlocked. The one I have here is the black 64 gigabyte. There is also a 128 gigabyte model. But yeah, this is all we could kind of get our hands on because the phone, I guess, was a little bit on the elusive side. So here it is right now. It is extremely hot, but that's mostly because it's like 106 today in Southern California. So that's just one of the things that happens when it's in the back of a van all day. The phone is absolutely gorgeous just by the looks of it. There is kind of a unique texture here. As you may have heard, it is an aluminum, sort of a unibody design, but it is coated in this sort of texture. Oh, did I just scratch it up? Textured plastic. So it's got some substantial grip to it. You almost feel like you don't need a case because it's not as slippery as, say, like anodized aluminum would have been, which normally feels like Teflon. This is pretty nice. Got the G logo there. So it's got a big, gorgeous display. This is the Pixel XL. The display is made by LG, and I'm sure you've probably heard a lot of criticisms over that. Inside you have a Snapdragon 835 processor, 4 gigabytes of RAM, I'm sorry, which is okay, is adequate. It's not quite as nice as, say, something like the OnePlus 5, but I mean, I guess it'll get the job done. There is no more headphone jack. They got rid of that completely. It's just all Type-C now. The Type-C port there is at the bottom. And there is IP67 water resistance, and you have dual front-facing speakers. One of them is a little bit louder than the other, so that's kind of interesting. Let's go ahead and put that aside and see what's in the box. Welcome to Team Pixel. So yeah, Google kind of really wants you to get on board and sort of be on this sort of Team Pixel thing. They're trying to create sort of, I guess, maybe like brand loyalty like Apple does, but ain't gonna happen when your displays are all borked up, Google. So that's just sort of the documentation. There you have the SIM removal tool. Put that aside. This is the USB Type-C to Type-A connector there, which is cool. If you need to do some data transfer into your computer or whatnot. Then you have the Type-C to Type-C cable here in the box. You have the adapter, which you're really going to need to hold on to. It's pretty expensive on the Google store, so if you lose it, you're kind of SOL. You can find cheap alternatives on Amazon, but just be forewarned, those may or may not work. I mean, they sort of hit or miss with different Android devices, and it's kind of frustrating. I guess more than frustrating. It's just downright annoying. And then you get the rapid charger here as well, power adapter. So that's cool. That's sort of all there is to it. I've sort of already signed in on my... And yeah, as you can see, I mean, I don't know if it shows up here on camera very well, but the display is a little bit more on the muted side. Colors don't really look so vibrant and nice. There is a setting inside that you can mess around with. Let's go to that. To sort of turn up the vibrance, but it's kind of lame at the moment. It's under advanced. Can I just say how much I hate the new settings app? It's awful. The UI is just so annoying. Oh, Vivid Colors was already turned on, so that's pretty much as good as it's going to get. That pretty much turns up the saturation by around 10%, which isn't much. And I guess if we turn it off, it'll look even more muted. I mean, it's practically black and white at this point. So there have been some criticisms and complaints about the display, image retention, burn-in concerns after just using the phone for, you know, a couple days. This display is made by LG. It is one of their, you know, first OLED displays. They haven't really been doing this as long as Samsung, so it's not quite as nice. Google can very easily fix the saturation problem by just pushing out an update and maybe making those vivid colors a little more saturated, which I really hope they do. And I mean, there's been so much talk about it. I feel like they will eventually cave and sort of give the people what they want. As far as the burn-in stuff, I guess that's you can't really do much about that except for maybe make the white buttons on the nav sort of more of a grayish, and then maybe make the black buttons on the nav, maybe make those more of a gray again, sort of, so that it's not everything's so harsh and you don't get that burn-in as much, or image retention. So that's it. I'm glad my display looks a little bit nicer. There is some definite, when you turn it side to side, there is a blue shift, which means I'm just going to have to hold the phone straight when I view it, which is pretty much what I always do. So not really too much of a problem there. There is sort of a polarizing layer on top, so that it helps when you wear polarized sunglasses, so you can view it without all the kind of rainbow colors going on. So I'm sure maybe that might have had something to do with it. So this is the phone surrounded in controversy. We're going to test it and bring you guys a lot more info in the coming days. So I guess that's just a real quick hands-on. And yeah, with the Google Pixel 2 XL, I'm Chris Charles at Phandroid.com. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next video.